It was an emotional day for sports lovers and basketball lovers across the world because we were getting that fresh content. And although a lot of us know how that history turned out with Jordan winning his 6 championships and a lot of the accolades he achieved along that journey, it still just was a different twist seeing it today and seeing it, and hearing from Michael Jordan and hearing from some of his teammates. But a lot of stories and a lot of content has spawned off of the Last Dance, and there's been a lot of I guess we could say salty egos and emotional people out here in the world, and we're back to getting a bunch of the debates on who's truly the goats and X, Y, and Z. So we'll dive into some of those things, but I wanted to talk to you guys about a few of the players and how they were actually portrayed in the documentary. And one gentleman who's been catching a lot of flack lately is the great Scottie Pippen. Now, Scottie Pippen has been known to be possibly the greatest Robin, swingman, number 2 guy in sports, definitely basketball history. He's also 6-0 in the NBA Finals, something that people don't talk about often. Like Michael Jordan let it be known, he has his 6 rings, that he couldn't have gotten it done without Pip. He couldn't have it done without Scottie. And although there were no lies told about Scottie Pippen, there was no fabrication or anything. Everything that was documented on Scottie Pippen was true. It was documents of events that actually took place and comments on what Scottie Pippen made. But there were some parts of the documentary that made Scottie look a little lazy, a little selfish. It didn't make Scottie look like the Hall of Fame player that he is. I mean, now we saw his greatness. Don't get me wrong, and we saw some highlights of just how great Scottie's career. But we also learned more about his contract disputes and how he was not happy with Bulls management and their brass, and like I said, how he made some decisions that benefited him, but may have hurt the team in the long run. Craig, I'm gonna start with you on this one for this take with Scottie. What were your thoughts on how Scottie was portrayed, and has your view of Scottie Pippen and his career changed since watching The Last Dance?
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like Scottie was actually one of my favorite players growing up. I wouldn't say that I wouldn't say that was diminished or anything like that. I would say actually a lot of his stuff I kind of agree with him in some of it. Like when he said, "I'm not gonna f up my summer," I felt him because at that time he was like he felt like he was mistreated. He felt like he was undervalued. So at that time he kind of was like, "Well, why should I mess up my summer, mess up my good time for y'all? Y'all don't even appreciate me. Y'all don't want to pay me." And I did sign that whack contract, but back then these players really didn't know no better. And all of them were getting underpaid for real. For real, Jordan was underpaid for a long time. So I think for me, Scottie, he's not diminished in my eyes, but it's more of a funny story. I enjoyed it. It was funny to me.
Brandon, what were your thoughts on Scottie Pippen and how he was portrayed in the documentary?
I mean, can't be. I guess to the masses, you don't really follow, the Bulls like then. Besides just Jordan, you would think Scottie's portrayed terribly. For those, if you know, he wasn't really portrayed like bad because those events happened. You feel me? Yeah, he had the migraine. Yeah, he missed the free throws against in the playoffs. Yeah, he had the bad back. He still balled in Game 6. They don't win Game 6 without Scottie. We know that. Yeah, he didn't come in the game when they ran the play for Tony Kukoc. But if you also look at that year, Tony Kukoc had a lot of game winners for the Bulls that season. So it wasn't really surprising. He just felt like because he was the go-to player, it should have been going for him. But it happened all that whole season. So he wasn't really portrayed like that. If like you said, basketball, he wasn't really portrayed bad. And also, he said, if I go back in time and do it and change it, I wouldn't. Those are his words. He said that. Like Craig said, he wouldn't F up his summer. He said that. So it's not like you don't know what was going on, so you can't really be portrayed bad if those words come out your mouth. You could have changed it in interviews. You didn't. You said what you said, and they put it out there. So you can't really be portrayed bad if you wouldn't change what happened. You wouldn't mess up your summer. Yeah, you was underpaid. We know that. They told you not to sign the contract. You signed it. We granted you had 200 family members that you had to take care of. Understandable. Jordan was underpaid too. We all know that. Like Craig said, at that time period, they didn't really. I mean, nobody really getting paid like that till what, 96? That's when players started getting huge contracts. So he wasn't really portrayed to me bad because, like I said, if you know, you know. He wasn't really portrayed that bad. He's still a great player.
Got it. Great, for sure. He's definitely a great player. Definitely top 50 NBA player of all time.
I'm about to say, okay, Paul Pierce. God damn.
Hey, Paul Pierce won. I mean, well, we're
gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that because Paul Pierce wasn't wrong. We're gonna talk about Paul Pierce speaking the truth. But another gentleman who was tight in his feelings was Mr. Horace Grant, a gentleman who some people believe was snitching and giving out some information and some things and violating player codes, giving out some information that may have been going down in the locker room. And we don't know for sure, it's not known for sure. But some of the players, including MJ, feel like Horace was a rat or the fly on the wall that was giving some secrets right to the media. Horace has kind of chimed in and fought back on those comments, saying that if anything, Jordan is a snitch because he was talking about cats getting high and being with women and whatnot for game days and him throwing his teammates under the bus. Craig, we're gonna start with you on this one. Who you rocking with? Do you think Horace Grant has a fight to speak on and saying that MJ is a snitch in this fight? What are your thoughts on Horace Grant's role in this Last Dance documentary?
Hell yeah, we got mad at D'Angelo Russell, didn't we? I mean, you can't be out here dry snitching, but a lot of people, like, it's not proven, it's not documented, but a lot of people have come out and said Horace Grant was one of the players that was giving out information. So if you snitching, you snitching. But also, I feel you in what you're saying, that Mike snitching with the documentary. Like, he was mad because he was like, the documentary is supposed to be about all of us, and it's supposed to be about that season, but it ended up being all about Mike. And I'm like, I mean, I get it. I feel you, true. But without Mike, don't nobody care about y'all.
Yeah, the Bulls was Mike.
The Bulls was Mike. Like the Patriots of Tom Brady.
Like, if somebody made a documentary, if somebody made a documentary about the Pacers, they're gonna be like, oh, Reggie Miller. They don't care about none
Rick
of them
Smits.
Yeah, nobody care about them. Mark Jackson. We love Mark Jackson, but ain't nobody trying to watch no documentary about Mark Jackson. That's what that is. So it's the story of MJ winning 6 rings. Just live with that. Yes, Mike was dry snitching, but you apparently was snitching first. So you gotta live with that.
Brandon, get in on this one for us and let us know what were your thoughts on Horace Grant. Him and Mike have had an interesting career. Teammates. Then of course Grant was traded went to the Orlando Magic. The Magic bounced MJ up out of the playoffs when MJ came back. Horace Grant was carried off the court. So Horace Grant has had an interesting, timeline with Michael Jordan. Do you think he was a snitch? That he was one of the people giving us some interesting facts on the Bulls? And what are your thoughts on his comments about MJ?
I mean, everybody's gonna think, if you have a interesting, relationship with an investigative reporter, you may not be the only one, but you were probably one of them. I'm pretty sure Sam Smith probably got some information from coaches and stuff like that. That's just what happens in the NBA. That's just like, all right, hypothetically, Trey's cool with you. You write a book about something that happened in the locker room. Who do they automatically think came from? Trey. It might not have been Trey, but just off the basis of your relationship, they're going to automatically think. Horace probably did say some stuff. Sam Smith went on the golf course with Jordan. Jordan probably said some things. So it's probably all of them. They ain't think a book will come out of the whole situation. But also, with Jordan dry snitching, in that time period, it's not really dry snitching because that's at that time, that NBA time period was what was happening. That was the drug era. So that wasn't really exactly. So it wasn't really snitching. That's what
that nose candy.
Yeah, on the booger sugar, the white girl, all that. So that's kind of that time period what happened in the NBA. And also, he didn't say no names. He just said, I went to one of my teammates' room. I went in the room. I saw women and drugs. I turned around. That's the same thing if I say I went to a party and I see everybody in the club smoking, and I leave. I ain't say no names. I was at a party. You know what I'm saying? But at that time period, that's just what was going on in the NBA. So it wasn't really nothing foreign. It just foreign to the new age because they didn't know that.